Okay. Welcome back. Cataclysm, the last generation. We have had some rocky starts. I think this is our third version of this character. I think. And we're a little situated, but not super situated. It's like day 2. And we don't really have a source of food. And I looked at the discussions for this game on Steam, and one of the top sort of threads right now is a discussion about how to get sustainable food. What are people doing for food? It is not as easy in this game as Dark Days Ahead. That is very clear. For us, fishing is kind of out, and even if I had like a pond here, it probably wouldn't be very good. Maybe if I was on like a major river or something, maybe. But again, without the pro fishing rod, it's kind of shitty. Um, and foraging for food in the urban environments is kind of rough. It's like No Hope. There's not really a whole lot going on. I think when we did play No Hope, we played with cannibalism, which would have helped. But we're not doing that, so it's not an option. Worm Girl herself replied to that thread and basically just suggested farming. Like actual growing of crops for yourself. That is good in the long run. It takes a while. You know, it's going to take like a whole season to grow crops, but it is pretty easy if we can get a hold of some seeds. But not really viable in the short term. Outside of that, we could do the old classic of the cattail sort of routine, where we grab a bunch of cattails and turn them into like starch and make bread out of them. That's not a bad way to go, especially if you can get a hold of some oil. You can do like flatbread and stuff like that. That could be a viable option. But one thing's for sure, we're ditching the fishing rod. Yeah, so it's a debate between, do I want to use the spear for spear strats, or do I want to start training with a salot weapon, which is probably going to be bashing overall. We can make a wooden tonfa here, which is a pretty solid weapon. I think we should. I think I'm going to take the time to do it. Do I have... I think I didn't grab a candle out of any of the houses. I don't know why I didn't. They're kind of handy early on. I hate to use... Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. We gotta disassemble some wood here. Yeah, it's not great, but gets us going. We gotta... take advantage of that pump station that's busted up so we can grab a bunch of wood. Alright, we got our tonfa. As far as food is concerned, there is the rations. Also, this door is open. That's smart. There should be some rations. Yeah, protein bars. These are actually not the shitty thing. These are not yeah, these are actually pretty solid. Nice. Okay. Okay. Well, it's a bright new day. Didn't I have a duffel bag? No, I had the military rucksack. Yeah. Okay. I guess I could get that cleaned. Yeah, alright, let's go downstairs real quick. Oh, we never even went downstairs in this one? Shit. And the first aid kit I didn't know I had. Which is something, because my head is really beat up. Okay. Alright. Now we don't want to fight with that thing on. We gotta drop it all the time, but that's... I'm used to that. A zombie cop. Not unbeatable. But yeah, I certainly wish I had better melee skills. Well, let's practice on this zombie, shall we? Pretty good. Pretty good. Can't complain too much about that performance. But now the cop. Damn. Alright. Well, he's got an expandable baton, which we might be able to use for Salat. He's got some 308 Winchester in his pocket. Otherwise, not really much. Yeah. I don't think it's... Tonfa has 3 higher damage, but it is a lot slower. Like, I don't know, 25% slower, and requires more stamina. They both have precise strike, rapid strike, but the Tonfa has high blocking ability. The expandable baton has medium blocking ability. So Tonfa is a little bit more defensible. The baton, I don't know. It's hard to say. The high 3 more damage is certainly significant. Expandable baton is collapsible, which is a factor. I guess we'll hold on to it. I'm mostly concerned about my head. One good grab and bite on my head could be pretty fatal. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, I really have like there's no busted up cars or anything that you can kind of cheese with. Just have to stand here and fight in the open. Fuck. Can't say I love it. We'll pop a codeine. A car. A functional car. Would you look at that? As I live and breathe. That's pretty significant. Okay. That is pretty darn significant. We'll have to get a rubber hose. I think there was one somewhere that I left behind. Oh, that other busted car with no wheels. Was this the run where there was a freezer somewhere in like a house that I could just grab? That would be really handy. Okay, leather pants, huh? Oh, I'm wearing leather pants. Never mind. Otherwise, we could take that fridge. Well, we can take any fridge. Duct tape. Good, good. Mm-hmm. Cornmeal. Okay. Yeah, pretty sparse. But the car is a big get, so I'm okay with not finding much else. A zombie fucking brute? On day 2, 3? That's not great. Alright, Mr. Zombie, let us brawl. Yeah, we're not doing too well. We do have bashing 1, but we really want melee 2 to start getting access to some good shit. I could run over the brute and the ferals. It's not the worst idea. It's a cheap wine. Nothing else, the gallon jug's always useful. I don't really want to run over anything, because that's painful to my vehicle, and these are hard to come by. So I'm more tempted to grab the shotgun and do some work with that. Stacking bodies with the black shoddy. I think for the moment, let me bust that open. I think there's... oh, maybe there isn't a zombie in there. There's a zombie right there. Oof. No, no, don't abandon the character. Yeah, the meat cleaver is always the hardest to come by. Most homes do not carry meat cleavers. Shame. They really should. Gallon jug. Big book of first aid. That's handy. Nylon quiver. Yeah, okay. Alright. Yeah. I'm between all the wood and metal at the pump station. Probably could work for a while on fabrication, but I'll work on organizing this shit sometime. What? There it is. instead of killing the brute, I could just lead him outside of town. But it uses up a lot more fuel. Also, I'm not very nimble, so I don't want to do anything fancy with this car.
Out! Out!
What the fuck? I hit him for 36 that time.
Out!
That did not go well at all. Shit. Great. Well, I have 9 total shots. I couldn't kill him with 7. And I'm in a lot of pain, and my torso's pretty fucked up. And we got basically nothing out of that. So, I'm not sure. We could drive for a bit, explore the surrounding environs. Maybe we find something more viable. We might want to use this shotgun to kill an actual animal. But I could also just run something over. Like turkeys or something. I'm going to, I'm gonna grab the butcher knife. Okay. We'll just explore our options. Rubber hose, please. Also, bandages. Pop an aspirin. And I will take your 3 liters of gas. Alright. Chante Sisk Bandit with a Glock. Spiked board. I just ran over it. They just fucked up my wheels. Well, that's pretty bad. in the torso for 12. Dead. Holy shit, man. Wow. This game is not easy. And I've played a lot of Cataclysm. Fuck. Okay. We gotta make a new character here. I think I have to set myself up better for early combat. With spear strats, like, pretty much non-existent. I need to be... I like Salat. I think we'll stick with that. But I think, yeah, starting with like 2 melee is going to be a much bigger factor in my success. So for 1 point, you get Survival 3, Fabrication 3, Melee 1, Bashing 1. And you start with a multi-tool, a backpack, a bunch of seeds, and a smartphone. Like, this seems like really worth it. That's just me. Stick with addictive personality. What was that other cheesy one? Guileless. And we'll grab... I think tough is something I wanted. Deft could be pretty reasonable. Yeah, we'll go with tough and death. And then for skill, go to melee 2, bashing 2. Alright, we'll stick with a female. It's a lot. Yeah, so we just gotta be able to kill stuff more easily. Alright, we're next to a stream again. We're next to a small power substation again. And a village, town, but... this town has a fucking fungal flowers. I thought fungaloids were removed from this game, but apparently not. So this town's pretty shitty. And the stream is sort of worthless. Okay. Looks pretty clear. Yeah, sort of our usual stuff, I guess. I need the... oh no, I have a multi-tool. Hold on, I have a multi-tool. That has level 2 cutting, level 1 screwdriving. So I really don't need the hammer and the crowbar. Which we need the chunk of steel for, of course. don't think I can... I can deconstruct without the hammer. Okay. Then that's fine. So we can make the Tonfa again. It's probably my best option. The Tonfa or... Yeah, I mean... I guess the Iron Shot Quarterstaff is theoretically possible. And that would be pretty good. Damn, Bowstaff's a pretty solid weapon. 18 damage, plus 3 to hit. But, I mean, Quarterstaff is fairly close. And it's a lot easier. So the question is Quarterstaff better than the Wooden Tonfa? Well, Quarterstaff is a lot bigger. So it's harder to put into a bag or a tool belt or something. You have to have a spear strap. It has 18 damage at plus 2, 112 base moves. Tonfa's 15 at plus 2 with 102 base moves. Honestly, I think Tonfa is just kind of better. I guess I could plant my seeds here, but it's like, I don't think I really want to make this my main base. Probably going to travel out of here. But I might hit up this power station. That was not great. There you go. Because with level 2 melee, we get access to hamstring, which allows us, if we crit, to down an enemy for 2 turns, which is pretty nice. If we went all the way to 3, then we'd get actually a big nice bonus against down targets, but we did not.
Ouch!
Ouch. A lot of zombie technicians around this place. Tool belt, huh? Yeah. Hey, a hiking backpack. Nah. Guess I already had a backpack. Tough zombie, zombie dog, zombie child, zombie. And a lot more where that came from. Tough zombies, not pleasant. But if I can just clear a few houses, you know, we can kind of get some stuff to get us situated. Could help. If we can get situated. I'm in excruciating pain, which is not good. It's making me very slow. And there's not much I can do about it other than just, like, waiting. But I guess I could. Just like to pick off of severe pain. I don't know if it will, though. Intense pain. Slightly better. Still a lot of shit, though. Well, I can drink some apple cider. That always helps. Yeah, I know. We're trying to rush it. We're trying to force it now. There's a feudal fighter in there that they're very interested in. Okay. Well, in that case... I don't know, that feudal fighter's pretty fucked. Yep. And now it's raining. Lovely. Okay. Yeah, I probably should grab the backpack. And a septic. That's something. Ibuprofen. I guess I could take like 6 of them, right? I'll take 4. No car in the garage there. Fruit jam and a toast 'em. That's the best you got is a fucking steak knife? I guess. I'll take it, but I'm not happy about it. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Little chewing gum, little gummy candy, and a little heroin, all in the same zip bag. Awesome. Screwdriver cocktails next to a screwdriver. Of course. Yeah. And there is a chest freezer down here. Ooh, binoculars. Yeah, the chest freezer could be pretty good. Shit. Okay. Well, there are some vehicles to the east that I'd very much like to see. My pain is fairly unmanageable. Isn't good, but I don't know how many more ibuprofen I want to pop in my mouth. Yeah, I really just want to take a look at these cars. Nice. Nice. Military rucksack. Plastic chin guard. Oh, and a bike helmet. It's a lot of encumbrance. Yeah. Okay, that got popped open now. Come on.
Out. Out.
Getting weak, man. We're getting real fucking weak. I'm really pushing my luck. No wheels. Damn. Also runs on fucking diesel. Alright, well there's no way then that either of these other cars are going to be viable. Nor will this one be viable. Getting a functioning car is pretty tricky. Oh, also there was a mutant frog next to me. Alright, well, the car was admittedly a long shot. Yeah, I don't know about antibiotics. There's a crashed airliner. Which could have, like, a decent little bit of food. And the crash axe, I think, is there. But it's also a lot of fucking zombies. So it's not really something I'm ready for. Shit. We could probably get these boiled, I imagine. Some brandy. Fuck, I'll pop that. That'll dull some of the pain. Believe me, I know. Okay. Now I need the hammer, which I did not find. Okay. Now, yeah, I don't have the skills to boil that. What is the skill for that? Is that just first aid or whatever? Let me go to Hitchhiker's Guide real quick. Boiled makeshift bandage. Healthcare 1. Okay. Let's check for a first aid kit. Bunch of vinegar. And a first aid kit. We're just reading. I guess I could drink. There you go. Theoretical knowledge increased to level 1. Cat keeps moving my mouse. Alright, let's eat something. Protein bar. And, pudding. Yogurt. It's all good. Yeah, I guess I could grab the bleach from downstairs. Mm-hmm. Bleach. Easy way to make some bleached makeshift bandages. Nice. And then I could combine, I could take the antiseptic and make some regular bandages. But I'm okay with what we got. Nice. Okay. Good. Excellent, excellent, excellent. All right. Oh yeah, binoculars because I went on the roof. That's nice. So there is ooh, look at these cabins here. That could be good. I think we're gonna go check that out. Beat up as I am, think we can do it. Just have to cut through the forest. Damn. Damn ants. That is an anthill. Well, that makes it a lot trickier then. I'll have to go all the way around. Damn, they're everywhere. Holy shit. Okay, it's on there. That's good. Do we not have auto notes on? We do not. I don't know if there's any fish in here or not. I don't know if I would care if there is, but... Alright, so there's a survivor's camp over there. And by that they mean there's a fucking beehive right there. A wasp nest. Oh, this is a pump station. Damn. Pump station still has some value. Alright, so there's the survivor camp. The survivor zombie. Probably has some decent loot on it if I want to kill it. There's also feral survivors, which is a lot harder. Oh, he's moving up on me, man. He's moving on me like a bitch. We're gonna have to just fight this guy. It's gonna hurt.
Out. 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 Out.
Dead. Fucking hell, man. I knew that that would be a tough one. He's got a fucking machete. But yeah, we just can't get off the ground. I think there is an argument. I don't know. It seems weird, but I guess there is an argument that Dark Days Ahead is too easy. Like, once you know what you're doing, it is really just kind of easy. But at the same time, this feels just too, like, much of a course correction. This feels really difficult. I mean, yeah. That was going to be a tough fight no matter what, I guess. So I can't say too much about that. It just it makes me feel bad about myself, I guess. That's what Last Generation does. Like, I thought I was pretty decent at Cataclysm. I've played quite a lot of it, and then I play this and it's like, no, you don't know shit about dick and you suck. Keep dying, noob. I think at this point I'm gonna have to play on my own until I can just get something situated. Like, I need to just get a playthrough going where I'm like a week in at least. And because just doing this over and over on camera is not really viable. So I have to just play on my own. Because we are a very, very, very long way away from clearing out a lab, which is our goal. We're 2 videos in here, and I have to start fresh again. So, yeah, it's tough. I can't really point specifically as to why, but I assume there's just all sorts of little changes with the way combat feels. I mean, there is some, like, spear strats, obviously, is a big thing. Like, that not being viable. We started to rely on that a lot, I will admit, in recent Dark Days Ahead playthroughs, of just going on a roof in the starting town and just killing 100 zombies without breaking a sweat. That is pretty cheesy. Yeah. I mean, we could still somewhat replicate it through, like, a ranged weapon. We could just build, like, a slingshot or something, and just pelt zombies with rocks, but it's not nearly as good. So, yeah, but yeah, it's a return to what I did before. I mean, I didn't start with spear strats. We started in the olden times by just fighting stuff normally. I hate to start a character with just like melee 4, bashing 4, and a martial arts, a melee style. Because you should be able to just kill zombies without any skills and just like a cudgel or something. But I guess, I mean, you can. You definitely can. You're just gonna get beat up pretty easily. A fast healer might be a good way to go. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it off here, and we'll come back, and hopefully I'll have something kind of situated. I did not expect to have this much trouble. That's all I can really say. But for now, my name is Mangg. This has been Cataclysm: The Last Generation. I'll see you fine folks in the next part.